Welcome to a world where royal truths, hidden protocols, and European history come alive. This is your daily gateway into Princess Leonor's journey, the Spanish monarchy and royal dramas. In today's video we dive into Betrayal and Love. Princess Christian chooses Princess Leonor over his planned engagement, Spain's future queen. Stay till the end for full details. Like and subscribe. We keep you Betrayal and Love. Prince Christian chooses Princess Leonor over his planned engagement, Spain's future queen. The palace expected calm. The family's expected obedience. The world expected tradition. Then came the confession. A choice no prince should make. A heart no royal protocol could silence. And a truth that tears open everything we thought we knew. The crown predicted one future. Love unveiled another. This is the story no monarchy wanted told. Princess Leonor, Prince Christian, a planned engagement, a forbidden bond, a betrayal wrapped in destiny. And the night everything changed. We begin at the intersection of duty and desire, where youthful hearts dare to rewrite centuries of royal design. For months, quiet rumors circled Copenhagen like restless winter birds. Whispers that Prince Christian, heir to Denmark's future, had already been gently guided toward a discreet, carefully chosen engagement. A match engineered not by passion, but by history, alliances, and stability. The kind of arrangement European monarchies have perfected for centuries. It was not framed as pressure. Only expectation. A soft, velvet-lined destiny prepared for him since birth. Then Spain entered the room. And the entire story broke open. Princess Leonor, Spain's upcoming queen, carried her own heavy map of destiny. Her life, too, designed before she learned to walk. Duty above desire. Crown before heartbeat. 2 heirs. 2 thrones. 2 families with centuries behind them. And a future they were both expected to sacrifice themselves to preserve. But love, when it arrives, ignores the choreographed dance of royalty. It slips through the cracks of schedules and ceremonies. It blooms in moments nobody notices. It whispers in the spaces protocol cannot reach. Their first real conversation was not meant to matter. A brief exchange during an international event, cameras focused elsewhere. A young prince offering a quiet compliment. A young princess offering a smile that lingered longer than the moment allowed. And something invisible locked into place. Neither understood it then. They would understand it soon. Princess Leonor returned to Spain, carrying her usual weight of expectations. The military training. The constitutional responsibilities. The symbolic role placed upon her shoulders long before she could form her own ambitions. She did not expect Christian to reach out. Yet he did. A message so simple it almost felt childish. But in royalty, simplicity is rare. Honesty is rare. Freedom is rare. One message became 2. 2 became long conversations stolen between duties. Those conversations became the quiet heartbeat of 2 lives lived in the spotlight, craving privacy, craving sincerity, craving someone who understood the loneliness of being born into destiny rather than choosing it. Neither planned to fall in love. They simply stopped resisting it. Meanwhile, back in Denmark, advisors continued shaping Christian's future. Maternal influences, diplomatic suggestions, political murmurs. A carefully drafted future bride. A quiet plan. A future presented as stability. But stability crumbles when the heart revolts. Christian tried to ignore the growing conflict. Duty on one side, Leonor on the other. At first, he told himself it was admiration. Then friendship. Then connection. But one night, during a private conversation, when Leonor laughed softly at something he said, the truth shattered every barrier he had tried to maintain. He was in love with Spain's future queen. From that moment, the internal war began. Christian's circle sensed a shift, even before he admitted it. He grew distant from the pre-engagement discussions. He questioned the speed of the arrangement. He withdrew from conversations that once defined his royal trajectory. His mother noticed first. A mother always does. But she did not yet know the reason. Leonor, in Spain, felt the weight of the consequences. She understood better than anyone that her heart was not fully hers. Every choice she made rippled through a nation. Every emotion could be turned into headlines. Every mistake could cost her public trust. And yet she could not sever the connection. Christian became her refuge. Someone who did not see her as Spain's future queen, but as a young woman navigating impossible expectations. Someone who understood the pressure from the inside. Someone who saw her, not the crown, not the role, her. As the months passed, their bond deepened into something neither could control. But the world around them began to shift. A leak, a rumor, a whisper that Prince Christian was resisting the engagement plan. And worse, that he had already given his heart elsewhere. The press smelled a storm. The advisors scrambled. The families tightened ranks. Denmark wanted clarity. Spain wanted distance. Both monarchies wanted control. And then came the moment that changed everything. A private meeting in Copenhagen between Christian and his mother. One that was never meant to leave the walls of the royal residence. One that later became the heartbeat of the entire scandal. In that meeting, Christian confessed. He told her he could not continue the planned engagement discussions. He told her he was already in love. He told her the name he had been terrified to speak aloud. Princess Leonor of Spain. The room, as the story goes, fell into a silence so heavy it felt like the collapse of tradition itself. Not because Leonor was unworthy. She was a future queen. She carried lineage, honor, dignity, and a nation's hope. But because two heirs falling in love rewrote political calculations no advisor had dared imagine. Two future monarchs from two major European crowns, united not by diplomacy, but by love. It sounded like a fairy tale. But fairy tales destabilize real politics. In Spain, Leonor's parents received the news with a mix of shock and apprehension. Queen Letizia, always protective, feared the pressure this revelation would unleash on her daughter. King Felipe, shaped by duty, saw the geopolitical ripple immediately. Two monarchies intertwined through romance is not a simple love story. It is a tectonic shift in European royal dynamics. Yet the heart doesn't calculate. It chooses. Christian had chosen Leonor, even if it meant breaking the planned engagement. Even if it meant disappointing his advisors. Even if it meant igniting a storm. Leonor, informed privately of his confession, felt both awe and fear. Awe because someone had chosen her over everything. Fear because of what this choice could cost them. But she didn't withdraw. She didn't retreat into safety. She loved him too. And so began the secret chapter. Private meetings arranged with meticulous care. Royal schedules manipulated with quiet precision. Moments stolen behind the curtain of two nations. In Madrid, during a private family gathering, Leonor finally confessed her truth. She told her parents she loved Christian. She told them she could no longer pretend her heart was unaffected. She told them she wanted the chance to choose her own future. Her parents listened. A queen in training, asking to be human. Spain paused. Denmark paused. Europe held its breath. Behind the scenes, tensions rose. Political advisors argued. Royal councils debated. Newspapers sharpened their headlines. Rival families braced for scandal. But the two young royals remained steady. Love had made them brave. And when the planned engagement in Denmark was quietly suspended, insiders understood the magnitude. Christian's choice was official. His loyalty had shifted. His heart had declared its future. Not with the selected match. With Leonor. What followed was the most delicate period in modern European royal history. Every step had to be cautious. Every decision weighed. Every public appearance scrutinized. Leonor continued her duties, poised as ever, though those close to her noticed a certain new glow. Christian carried a new seriousness, a young man no longer drifting through expectations but standing firm in his own truth. Behind closed doors, the two families began discussing possibilities. What if the young heirs were allowed to pursue this relationship openly? What would it mean for Spain? For Denmark? For diplomatic relations? For the balance of royal influence in modern Europe? The advisors worried. The families hesitated. But the two heirs remained unwavering. Because love is not weakness. Love is not naive. Love can be a force that shapes nations. And in their case, it was a force that refused to be denied. As months turned into a year, the bond between Christian and Leonor only grew stronger. Letters, calls, private visits, shared hopes. A relationship built not on convenience or strategy, but on authenticity. Two young people fighting for the rare freedom to choose each other. The world, sensing something, grew hungry for answers. Every glance analyzed. Every smile exaggerated. Every event turned into speculation. And then, in a moment that felt like history trembling at the edges, Christian made his boldest decision yet. He declared his intentions, not publicly, not yet, but privately, to both families. He wanted Leonor, not as a quiet romance, not as a fleeting chapter, as his future. No throne, no advisor, no protocol could change that truth. Leonor, hearing this, felt the world tilt. The future she had thought inevitable now became a horizon she could shape. Spain's future queen, Denmark's future king, bound not by treaty, but by love. Their story was no longer a rumor. No longer a secret. No longer a footnote in royal gossip. It had become a crossroads in European monarchy. And the world had no choice but to follow. Today, their connection continues to shift conversations in royal circles. Some call it revolutionary, others dangerous. Many call it destiny, but the truth remains the same. Prince Christian chose Princess Leonor over the engagement designed for him. He chose love over obligation. He chose the girl who understood his soul over the path that had been carved without his input. And Leonor chose him back. Two future monarchs, rewriting centuries with the courage to follow their hearts. Their story is still unfolding. Their future still unwritten. But one thing is clear. When love and royalty collide, the world watches. And this time, love won the first battle. The next chapters will decide the rest.